Looks like you've got it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, keeping in the theme of what I like to play, it's a top-down shooter roguelike. You get a spaceship, you try to survive as long as you can, you get upgrades as you go along. Oop. It's not picking up my controller. Settings. Controls. Alright, usually I fix this by reloading it, so we're gonna do that. OBS. There we go. So, you get all these different difficulty modifiers that increase your score bonus and experience bonus. I usually max it out, just because, one, you get experience faster, so you level up faster. Always cool. Looks like they haven't gotten these things up yet. And two, on the lower difficulties, it's just not as fun. So let's start. You start out with this basic ship. It's got asteroids kind of movement where you can only propel forward, so it's not like Geometry Wars. Let's see. Split shot's like your standard thing. Flak is like bursts of damage. I'm gonna go with grenades because grenades can be silly, but I might die from it. They are really high damage. And there's a couple upgrades that just that make them super worth it. Screen wraps, so if I go off to the right here, I'll show up on the left, and we will use that as much as possible. We got a shield upgrade. The shield is a fire nova, so anything that gets within that radius is going to get burned, as long as I have shield. If I lose my shield, that goes away. Research, Spectre, or Engineer. I could go Engineer and we can have a whole bunch of little buddies with us, but we have 5 rerolls and I'm going to use it, so let's reroll. Okay, here we go. Assault, straight up, it's just more damage. Viper is like a crash ship, so you can like charge into enemies, hit them, and it does bonus damage. I'm probably going to go with this one just because if I now decide I don't want to use the grenades at all, I could make this into a ramming run and just put everything into my shields and hull and just run around burning things up. I'm going to take that, and then also I don't have to necessarily do that plan. I can back off of that and focus on grenades if I so choose. The good thing about grenades is that their damage is good enough from the get-go that you don't have to put a whole lot into them to get a whole lot out of them. Let's see, regeneration is pretty good. But now we're at the meat. The first 3 upgrades are always weapon, shield, ship type. After that you get the regular roulette, and you'll see wild mods. These are like bonus ones that could be a little good, a little bad. Everything else is generally a straight upgrade. Generally. So since I already talked about shields, I want to get the increased shields. I'm currently fighting a boss. The way that the game works is after you clear a wave, another wave shows up, and if you don't clear the wave fast enough, the next one will come along as it feels. This one gives you a lot of leniency. It gives you a bunch of these little guys that come in and set up bombs and little missiles. So you can feed off of it a little bit, but you usually want to kill things and get going. Oh, don't want to step on that. That yellow thing that just came on screen is like a supply drop. You want to take care of those as quickly as possible. Now, I'm not doing an engineer build, so I'm probably not going to take any of these orange upgrades. They're the ones that give you, what are they called? Constructs. And the engineer has a lot more room for constructs. Otherwise, you only get space for one, and it kind of doesn't feel worth it. So we have, if you look on the right side, you'll see that there's upgrades, like a tree. Each one starts with 1, goes to 2, and then has a single cap. So you can go down one side, or you can end up with both. And right here, I've got both of these second levels. So I can have, when my shields hit, it discharges in the direction of the offender, which I'm probably going to take. And then this one, if you would take more than 25, it's reduced to 25, which I'll probably end up taking later on. But we're going to take this. I had 2 upgrades, and this one is going to be to increase the shield effect radius. That way our burning is bigger, and then we'll just rush into them. Very nice. We got rerolls. Now I gotta stay out of harm's way long enough to get my shield back, otherwise we'll be taking hull damage. And hull damage, when it hits 0, that's when you die. There we go. We can start getting a little loose. We've already gotten 2 shield upgrades, so don't have to worry much about that. This is a hard choice. I could take extra burn damage. That's going to make my burning shield do a lot more, or I could reduce shield cooldown, keep myself alive. I'm going to assume in the early game here I don't need to worry about dying. I need to worry about damage, because otherwise I'm going to get behind. So let's take that. Corrosion, it basically causes chain reactions. Whenever one enemy dies, it spreads to other ones around it. That helps out a lot. However, this wild mod, sending out an energy blast whenever... Actually, there's so many good ones here. But anyway, it increases my shield power, damage resistance, and it's offensive. This makes my radius even bigger. Probably going to take this just because it allows me to do damage without taking as much, because it'll hit them before it hits me. But this is also good. It gives you basically defense, a kind of armor. So we're going to take this, and then I guess we'll have to go with... I'm not firing that often. It's defensive, but we're going to go with the cooldown. It's got a nicer tree than this one, so we'll take that. So now our shield is huge, and we're going to use that to harass enemies, get right in their face. Oh, up. Alright, lost the shield. Gonna use the wrap. Wait for the recharge. And we're good. We still have grenades, I can still use them. Just because I'm focusing on shield powers doesn't mean I can't use grenades. Now, with a build like this where you're using your shield offensively, these little mine guys can be a huge nuisance. Because they pop... Oh. We're just going to rush into these guys to clear that out and get our upgrade. Ooh, I love this one. Every time I get a new wild mod, it gives me orbs that go around and hit things for me. Always take that because eventually the only thing you can have are wild mods. This is what we could build towards. I don't think I should take it yet because I haven't built up enough, but hidden power is good. I sacrifice my grenades, but I get a whole bunch of benefits for it, and we'll be completely dependent on our shield to do damage. Can't do that yet, but it will be something we'll work towards. This, when I lose my shield, it does a whole bunch of damage. We'll take that because that will save my butt. What I'm mostly looking for before I take hidden power is there is a upgrade that makes you share damage between your shield and your hull, and then that way I don't have to worry about my shield going down. Now, since we're working towards that and I haven't taken any attack upgrades, I'm not going to start now. I'm just going to focus on shields. I could take this one, but I could also take this. Banishing removes all of the upgrades that are highlighted from the pool. And that is tempting because that gets rid of like 5 that I don't really care for, and it gives me a shit ton of rerolls. That does mean I'll give up this one, and that's a hard sell because there will be times when I take an excessive amount of damage from a hit and I'll want to reduce that. So I'll have to pass on it, even though that would be I couldn't blame you if you wanted to take that. Alright, we gotta sit on this guy without getting hit in order to deal damage. You've got health bars for enemies in the top center of the screen. Whatever the last thing you hit will be that bar up there. Now, our damage isn't that great. That was still quite a lot of time spent on that guy. So we gotta get some other things going here for damage. Let's see. There we go. Weaponized shield. Targets within the weaponized effect radius take extra damage. Perfect. Exact kind of thing we're looking for. Let's come from behind. Really abuse the screen wraps whenever you're playing the game. Enemy AI doesn't really coordinate. Ooh, I just took way too many shots all at once. Get behind this guy, and he's dead. Engineer. He's not going to shoot, but he creates things that shoot at us. Purge. That works well with this ship. Let's see. Energized shield. Faster shield cooldown. We lose rate of fire and assembly speed. That's not a concern at the moment. Discharge doesn't work because, well, it works now, but I'm eventually not going to have grenades. And efficiency. But looking at the fact that I have that wild mod that increases with every other wild mod, it's either going to be that or Purge. Creates a caustic nova that rolls over targets when I hit. Let's go with that. Again, we'll have plenty of wild mods as we go along, because as we get more and more things out of the available pool of upgrades, then all that will be left are wild mods. Oh, it sent me into it. Let's get our shield back. If you also haven't noticed, the experience kind of drifts around. You have to pick it up, otherwise it will disappear. And then there's purification, even more burn damage. I say we have to go with that. I still haven't gotten the other upgrade that I need to make that super mod worth it. Alright, and you're clear. We've got our mines again. Let's use some grenades to clear those out from range. Or wait for a comet to take care of them. This is not a bad spot to sit in. Lots of enemies that are weaker spawn in the middle on the left and right. Oh, and now we're at the boss. So we're gonna come up here, get inside by doing a screen wrap. And what can we get? Skirmish? Might be good. Faster cooldown, but less shields. I don't think we'll take. You know what? This is a good opportunity for a reroll. Could take the discharge. Shield effect increased by speed. Since we are zooming into things, I think that is the choice. But this deals burning damage, so I'm going to take that just because we're still in the early game, and again, I don't want to fall behind on damage. The last thing you want is to get overwhelmed with a whole bunch of things on screen. This boss works by having a bunch of nodes on the inside that you want to destroy, and then afterwards it's just a matter of burning it down. You don't want to be inside on the second volley. And abuse that screen wrap. Like that. Perfect. Now we should just have to sit on it and it will eventually die. I guess we still have grenades. There we go. Skirmish. Hull. Probably take the adaptive armor. Some good choices. The skirmish I don't necessarily want to take because it usually works well when you still have a weapon, and I'm trying to look forward at our no fight build. So let's take adaptive armor. It's a really good defensive ability, and I think we've now stacked up enough offense that we should be fine with it without going for pure offense. I have a ton of rerolls still, I don't necessarily have to take bad rolls, but I was probably going to get that anyway before the end of this. Get you from behind. And see what our upgrade is here. Channeling, make those adaptives even better. Kinetic boost, increase damage while your speed does. I don't want to get rid of that because that will be necessary later on. So let's take it now. And let's just start schmooving. Oh, this guy is a bitch. I'm glad I still have my grenade for you. Every time he takes damage, it shoots something out. And I'm fairly certain my little orbs there next to my ship are gonna hit that and cause a bunch of discharges, and it'll feed back on itself. It'll hit me, I'll hit it, and both of our shields will just plummet. Let's see. Can I clip it? Oh, okay. That kind of worked. Yeah, that worked. A little scary, very scary, but we did it. We don't do blast damage, so that doesn't matter. Okay, here's what we need. Efficiency. We'll grab you. Yep, both of you just crash into me. Let's maintain center stage for a moment. Conversion isn't the one Gemini is. Alright, burn damage whenever we go fast. Or, did I not take corrosion before? I must have had something else. Yeah, we want corrosion. There's going to be enemies that are long segmented snakes, and having corrosion for it is necessary. It pretty much kills itself once you kill the first one. Let's clear these mines. I don't think I can actually get hurt by them just because, you know, the big radius. Just sit on you for a bit. The good thing about burn damage is that it continues once I'm outside of it, so you don't have to stay on top of them until they're dead. Pretty useful. Let's use our reroll. Extra plating. Oh no, there's what we're looking for. Gemini protocol. While your shield protects you, incoming damage is divided evenly between hull and shields. Now we are good to take the hidden power if it comes back up. Because I am not using my grenades as is. This is a different one. It's just a come back to life kind of thing. Passive regen. We are going to start taking hull damage, so let's get regen. Because as we start splitting our damage up, the hull needs to regenerate just as much as the shield does. Alright, we got a boss. This guy is all about the circle strafing. All you have to do is stay behind him and you should be fine. Keep on it. It's gonna be okay. Then he's gonna launch all of his little orbs out and we'll just rush in and stay on top of you. He's got enemies coming in on top of that. Alright, we're not gonna get him this cycle. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Creates a black hole. We're just gonna stay in the corner. And not die to it. Okay. Come from behind. Kill all of your buddies. Reassert our dominance with the fire. And we're good. Let's see. I don't want to reduce my shield radius to get a little bit more power out of them. It might be something I'll take later, but not for right now. Let's reroll. I don't want to do the conversion either. The channeling makes the armor stacks last longer. I think that is our choice. If that fight instilled any fear of dying into me, then I think it's time to take some more defense. These guys are pretty tanky, so we're gonna try not to get stuck on them. They will ram you. Let's see, we might want to take Celestial Lance now. Cause burning up. Nope, let's take the regenerative shields. There we go. Little more survivability. Because our damage is going to go way up as soon as we get hidden power going. Alright, this guy is a bitch and a half. Let's try to hang around your outside. Okay. Not too bad. That was the lower version of it though. There's another one that causes explosions all over the map. Here's Segmented Snake Guy. Since we have Purge, he'll be fine. And there is Hidden Power. Boom. So now I can't use grenades anymore, but our shield is going to do even more damage than it was before. Looking pretty good here. I like the setup. Ooh, I took that one to the head. I tried to dodge in between. That's Purge working for us. Let's, ooh, all of these are going to be great. These are all defensive options. So more damage, the more damaged I am. When you're not thrusting, you get regeneration. We can just get straight up more hull. Right now, I need survivability, so let's start going up the hull tree. Get plating. I don't want Unishield, that reduces your hull down to only 15% of its total, and I don't want to do that. Could take the regeneration later, still don't want discharge. Improved thrusters. Let's just take the plating. Again, our health is low, we need to concern ourselves with staying alive. Force armor. Perfect. Ooh. Alright, charge us down. There you go. And he's dead. We need to get a little bit of time to get our hull back up. The regeneration is at work. All those little guys are going to help out. As long as I don't take any big hits, we are fine. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Let's get some more shielding. Oh, don't sit on the fire trail. That is a good way to take a bunch of unnecessary damage. Our shield and hull are coming back up just fine. We're doing okay. Regression, we're kind of beyond the point where that's helpful. We'll lose thrust if we take this, but we do get a huge boon in our defense department. Let's take it. Again, if I'm feeling a little bit uneasy about how our defense is, then I should take more defense. Alright, this guy we do not have grenades to deal with now, so we are going to have to do drive-by tactics. Worked out just fine. Sometimes you get like an infinite loop of shield attacks on each other, and it just instantly wipes you. Alright, another worm taken care of. Alright, this boss is also a bit problematic. If you get in front of him, he'll rush you down, so you kind of have to stay back behind him. Thankfully, we got plenty of damage right now. Oh, I did not mean to re-roll there. Oops. Rebuke, it shoots my little armor balls off when I can't fire, but if you notice, it makes the stack duration last longer. So we can use that as a defense bonus, even though I don't also get the offense bonus of it. So we'll take that. Alright, the boss is probably going to burn out. I can see its health bar is gone. Alright, dropped a bunch of mines on the ground. Screen wrap to save ourselves. See what we've got now. The not thrusting and getting defense only really helps on stealth builds, in my opinion. We could do a reroll, but I'm getting out of defensive options. Let's take the extra damage when your health is low. That's probably going to save us in a few places. Ooh, double boss time. Usually around the 300,000 mark, you hit the quotey final boss. In that it's the last of the appearances of new bosses, and then you just kind of loop back around through the game with more and more enemies. Ooh, Dying Star. Extra burn damage. I cause burning to everything around me, but I take constant burn damage. Now, I've built up a bit of regeneration, so that could be fine. It's a little worrying, but it does burn basically everything around you. I'm gonna take it. Let's see. Am I still... Okay, we still have positive generation whenever I'm not actively getting hit, so I think that was the right choice. I have played a couple runs where I took that before I had regeneration, and then you basically just put a countdown on your run. Those are some big numbers we're putting out. Thousands of damage just for hovering around enemies. Just gonna rush towards you. Remember, our global damage increases with speed, so just maintaining constant thrust is going to be good for us. And here we go, we can now take that, which we're going to do. Increase movement speed. Let's slow down so we can get our experience before it disappears. Thank you. And we'll just start thrusting until something comes on screen that makes me have to question myself. I usually don't like sitting around the edges in the later part of the game because the game will just start throwing boss creatures boss ships at you, and they'll just appear, hit you, knock you into another one, and then you'll feel real silly. Don't have a lot of options left. Left side of our screen is starting to get full of things we've taken. The Deadly Wake, I think, is the next choice, because I'm still going to be constantly thrusting. Minus hull, streamline. Yeah, we're probably going to avoid that. Regression's useless at this point. Let's get our Deadly Wake. Now we have the Fire Trail. The little balls that circle them also get burning, which they don't have health, so you can't get rid of them, but it is good for spreading fire, so things that get purged will also get burnt. Woo. Up, I'm behind you! Haha! Okay, this guy, is that the bomb dropper? He is. You'll see all over the map that there's explosions. Lasers! Okay, we got them. They charge up for a good second, but they do damage if you let them. Let's get our level up. Blink could be good. Is there anything else I want before it, though? Stabilization. it can unlock some other things for us. We're getting to the point where the levels are going to start slowing down. I'm not going to be getting them as frequently. I think I will take the regen up though, because my hull regen is pretty gimped after taking the Dying Star upgrade. Just cut through you guys, try not to hit any of the big hits, and finish him off. Alright, here's the boss. This guy is also a rushes into you to do damage kind of guy. He's got the railgun, and he'll make a whole bunch of constructs. Ooh, I just took one. I did not want to take that hit as hard as I did. After one more shot, he'll start charging me down. He screen wraps as well, so you have to be careful. Try to manipulate his movement so he doesn't hit you. And now he'll make a bunch of constructs. Oh, up, up. We're getting a little low. Getting a little low. We're not panicking though. We're just trying to wrap around the screen and take care of all the little constructs. Okay. We took care of that fine. He's gonna come up on the top left. Catch him on the side again. And he's gone. Alright. Very nice. Let's not get hit by that laser. Come down here. What do we got now? Celestial Lance is looking a lot better now. Still thrusting pretty well. We're getting to the point where there's not an upgrade I want, so let's take Celestial Lance and then we'll start burning through our rerolls looking for wild mods. Some of the wild mods stack up just fine without really too many negative effects. There's even one that makes it so that the next couple of rolls are only wild mods. That's going to be one I'm looking for. Oh, ooh. That was a bad hit. Played that poorly. Let's get behind you. Easy. Alright, this boss guy again, all we have to do is hug his butt and avoid the quad shots he'll shoot out. Easy. If your shield breaks while it protects you, trigger emergency systems. Yep. So maybe my first run of this I shouldn't have shown off the no weapon run, but it just kind of worked out that way. Getting the fire shield to start with, it's kind of hard to avoid that. It's a really good shield for this kind of thing, since it does burning damage, and there's a lot of things that help with burning damage. Alright, we're sitting good on health. Rotate back and forth to keep him from turning. Oh, I just ate a whole bunch of those. Oh, and another one. Alright, get behind him fast. This guy, if you get in front of him, he'll charge you down and put a bunch of those spiky mines out. And I want to avoid that at all costs because I don't have a good way to deal with spiky mines. Let's see, we should probably just start using the reroll. There we go. Self-damage resistance we're going to take. That should help with keeping our regen up. Even though I'm going to take more damage from enemy hits, the less self-damage means that my regen should be faster in between taking those hits. And I don't think crash damage counts as enemy damage. So there's that. Okay, spiky mine guys, we're gonna take a hit. You just gotta accept it. Try to stay outside their diagonals. And you'll be fine. Almost back up to full. You can see the part of our health that's reserved. Come on, get closer. There we go. Now we can boost. That reserve spot I can never fill back up, but it does help with the regeneration. Just plow through you guys. The next wild mod I'm really looking for is the burning thrusters. Makes it so that while you're thrusting, you shoot out fireballs behind you. Reroll. I could take this again. It's recursive. We'll do that. Same reason as before. It should be fine. Alright, let's slow down so all of the EXP can catch up with us. Oh. Screen wrap. Alright, those bomby guys can be pretty painful. Let's wait for him to stop shooting. And we'll wrap around him. There we go. Oh! Okay, that didn't hurt as much as I thought it would, but probably shouldn't let him dive straight on top of us. Not on the bomb! Not on the bomb! Okay, we might take this moment to just breathe. Get a regen back. We don't need to jump on these bosses. He doesn't really, like, come after you. That's good. Got our shield back, at least. And he should burn out before they come back. So this is looking like a good run so far. We might make it a second loop, get back to that first boss. The next time you fight him, I believe there's another boss accompanying him. It might be that pink one we just fought. This one can be fun, where you crash into enemies and then you teleport behind them, but it gets me killed more often than not because when things get hectic, you'll bump into things, teleport, and just get in a constant string of teleporting around as you bump into things. So we're just going to take more plating, because I don't think there's a downside to it. Oh no, double spawner guy. Oh, what will I do? The shield guys you gotta take care of fast, because later on it'll spawn like 2 or 3 of them at once, and they'll make those giant plasma balls. There's not a good way to deal with those. Ooh, black hole. Came in at the same time as a bunch of yellow enemies, and I thought it was just another one up top. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Just avoid getting hit. I don't like black holes. Even though they're easy to avoid, they kill all the enemies on the screen without you getting the experience. It's kind of shitty, to be honest. I'm not sure if it counts as completing the wave and you move on to the next wave, or if it doesn't. Oh no, I went right into it. Somehow dodged it though. All skill. Alright, you're gonna launch into me, so I'm just gonna screen wrap. Let our burning aura take care of you. Get before you, behind you. Let's look for more wild mods. Propulsive munitions. Oh no, that just makes your gun shoot behind you. Let's just take more plating. Let's just take more defense until I can get that booster. There's no problem with making sure that we live. Obviously, our damage is pretty darn good. Those were some hits I didn't want to take. And yeah, before you say anything, there are some hits you want to take. Boom. See that? Just discharge right on them. I wish there was a way I could take care of the snaky ball thing. With that, That's one way to clear the mines. Okay, maybe we should settle down with the just jumping in on enemies and sitting there. Though we are already back to full, so the plating with regeneration combination seems to be working just fine. Oh, until I did that. Alright, get in front of you, and then we're gonna boost away. Those guys chase after you, so it's usually a good idea to just let them follow. Like that. That way they take damage from the shield without hitting you. Okay. These shots home in on you, so I kind of lead them off screen. When you got enemies like that that just kind of hover at a set distance away from you, usually that was rough. Usually the best course of action is to just go full speed into the warp, and then you'll come behind them and hit them. Okay, that was rough. I put myself in a really bad spot. Alright, we need our shield back. Looks like this is the only enemy on screen, so we're fine there. I put myself right in the middle of all of those big shots. Nope. Stay on the edges. In these critical moments, you want to stay on the edges. I don't want focus shields. I might want focus shields. Less radius? I mean, I'm hitting things from far away, and that's probably saving me, so let's just take more plating. We got our shield back. Drive-by tactics. They worked. I need regen, though. I'm gonna sacrifice some stage control for getting health back. This guy's just taking passive burning damage from my burning aura. There we go. Nice drive-by. Nice and clean. And we're almost back to full. And that'll do. Alright. Screen wrap. I ate too many of those. Float around. Okay, I'm fine with you sending just a whole bunch of little guys after me. No complaints here. That is something this build does exceptionally well. Now, in addition to the plating, it is a wild mod, so that's stacking up with my orbs. If you notice, I now have like, what, 5 of those guys floating around me, constantly hitting things. Alright, this time, didn't take a bunch of hits, just hover around the bottom of the screen and let them fly off. You also may have noticed that this boss's AI gets slightly different each time. Well, maybe not the AI, but the pattern. Because normally it waits until after it does the big laser attack before those orbs start circling. But as you progress further in the game, the orbs will circle at a different pattern interval. That was a lot of hits I didn't want to take. Let's take this moment to adjust ourselves. There we go. And we're back to full. Let's get behind Pinky here. Thread the needle. You usually want to rotate around them in the same direction as the orbs. Makes it easier, but we lived, so it doesn't matter. We lived with exceptional amounts of leftover health at that. Reroll. I could take more discharge. Oh, the Scorching Wake. There we go. Thrusters shoot fireballs. That's what we want. That way, when we have fast-moving enemies following us, we can just do that, and it does a lot of burn damage. They kind of like hover around, and since we've already got so many bonuses to burning damage, it helps destroy things. Okay, we're getting kind of low on shield. There's a lot of things going on, and I am just finding all of these hits. Okay, something just appeared on screen and bumped me off, but it's fine. We did push out. We just have mines, so what we're going to do is get close enough that they pop, but hopefully not eat too many shots. We're at that point where I've got so much damage, as long as I move around to survive, eventually the screen gets killed without me having to actively hunt things down, which is where you want to run like this to go. If all I have to do is focus on avoiding the big hits, and we'll win, then just avoid them big hits. That's not avoiding them big hits. Let's go. We're gonna wrap. Just gonna keep wrapping. Oh. Okay. That was a little scary. There are a whole bunch of those guys that shoot these spreader shots, and if you get hit by one of those before it spreads, it's massive damage. Nicest way to put it. Also, I don't know what you're supposed to do about mines. Oh, our shield's down. Our shield's down, so we've lost our capability to deal damage. Well, shield damage at least. Come on. Oh, I went right into it. Let's take center screen for a moment. And we're back. Okay. That one was iffy. Oh, we're getting hit by a lot of things. Still not too bad. Our health is over half. And because of the ship that we've got, anytime I do hit something after a period of time where I haven't hit something, it causes a big burn. And you should take care of yourself. There you go. Ow, 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 ow. That's what I get for hugging the side of the screen. Looks like we'll get at least one more level up. Alright, we're looking for wild mods. Kinda want more plating at this point, but let's increase our shield effect power and damage resistance. Oh, we gotta get out of there. I was trapped. Alright, so we made it to the second incarnation of the boss. We gotta deal with Pinky Guy. Oh, that almost took us out. The railgun is not to be scoffed at. Alright, we gotta take care of you. Good job. Oh, I went right into it. Okay, good job. Good job. We'll back off. Let the orbs go. Take care of his constructs. Just like that. Good, 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 good. And he's gone. Alright, we've broken the second loop. Let's see if we can make it 3. we're not going to do it by charging headfirst into those guys. Just hug the corners right now since I know there's no bosses coming in. We can take care of all these little guys. Machine gunners. We're just gonna let the aura take care of them. I did not mean to thrust headfirst into him. Alright, shields back, we're good. Stay in the outside for the moment. Alright, let's take center stage again. No. Avoid the explosion. Get our shield back. Just in time. This guy's gonna burn to death. Take care of the big snake. I did not expect to take that much damage from minigunner. But we're on a roller coaster right now. We keep going way up and way down. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, he sat on my thruster. That was not a good idea for him. Alright, yeah, let the Nova take care of the small guys. That's what we've got it for. Right into the comet. Good job, me. Alright, chase after me. Never mind, you didn't have a chance. This is going really well, actually. I'm trying not to look at the score to know if I've got a new top score right now. Because this may be a new top score. Just happened to be the first run of the day. To be honest though, I do think these kinds of runs are pretty strong. The only problem I have with them is when you get into a late game minefield, because you just take so many spiky boys. Oh, I stopped right on the explosion. Get our shield back. Thank you. We got another upgrade. Still have 14 rerolls. So let's reroll. I could get more regen at the sacrifice of more max HP in Hull. I think I'm going to keep it up at the max because when I do get those moments to breathe and I regen, I'm doing fine. So what do I want? More plating? We could just search for more plating. Stabilization. More rotation. I don't want to mess up my movement right now. We could do this. They take more damage when I'm damaged. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, whoa, man. I was looking up. Cheating. 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 I don't even know where I am. Oh, I died. I was in a menu. How dare you do that to me? Yeah, you cap out at rank 59, so there's nothing beyond that. Okay. That's my second best run ever. Not gonna complain.